Equals in the moments when you feel stretched beyond what you thought you could handle. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if there's more to this life than balancing everything on a scale that never quite tips to one side? It's a feeling that might creep up on you during the quiet hours of the night or dawn. A thought that surfaces unexpectedly as you try to catch a few hours of rest. You might be pushing through yet another task at work, responding to emails, crafting meticulous replies, or fulfilling commitments that have slowly woven into the fabric of your day-to-day existence. Each task seems essential, yet each also demands time and energy you sometimes find scarce. These duties do not merely exist in isolation. They pile onto one another, painting a picture of endless movement. It's not just the tasks themselves, it's the relentless pace at which they come, like waves in an unyielding tide, each threatening to wash away the fragile balance you've tried to maintain. As you wake up and step into the rhythm of another busy day, you may notice that every action seems predetermined by demands waiting to be met. The act of preparing breakfast can turn into a mental checklist of things to tackle before the day even properly begins. It's easy to become overwhelmed, as the tide of responsibilities feels unending. Can you relate to those moments where the sheer volume of tasks creates a sense of drowning in obligations? The activities themselves, from attending meetings to running errands, may seem mundane, but when stacked, they begin to slot into your life in ways that make you wonder if you're simply moving from one to the next without truly experiencing any of them. Throughout the day, there's a certain tension pulling at your heart, a gentle whisper of contradiction suggesting that something vital might have slipped through the cracks of your busy life. As you go through your workday, amid the clattering of keyboards and the hum of conversations, there's a nagging sense that grows quietly but insistently. Maybe it's the way your mind drifts to loved ones you've barely had the chance to connect with, or thoughts of moments spent with them that feel like cherished but distant memories. Perhaps it's an unresolved silence that lingers in the air when the day finally winds down, when the rush of activities fades, leaving space for reflection. There's a longing for stillness, one that goes beyond merely a pause in activity, for a pause that isn't just a gap between breaths but truly brings a sense of peace into the whirlwind that has become your routine. As you commute back home, surrounded by the hum of traffic and the faceless expressions of fellow travelers, you might find your mind wandering towards thoughts and questions about the key relationships in your life. Consider those moments when you're sitting in traffic, the world around you buzzing with its own form of busyness, each vehicle containing an individual with their own tales, their own worries. As you become enveloped in this collective human movement, your thoughts might take you to the relationships that matter most to you. It's during these intervals, amidst the noise and motion, that you begin to recognize an internal conflict. You crave something deeper, something more meaningful with those you care about, and perhaps even with yourself. You might wonder why, despite all your efforts, that full sense of connection seems slippery, like trying to grasp sand that trickles away no matter how tightly you hold it. It's not just about missing others. It's about missing the deep quality of interaction, that genuine essence of being present in each moment with someone you love. It's not uncommon to notice how, despite being surrounded by people, you feel isolated. There might be those times when you are in a crowd, at a party, in a meeting, or sitting in a cafe bustling with conversations, yet feel a profound sense of loneliness. Maybe you remember times when a friend reached out, but the conversation never moved beyond surface-level exchanges. Did you sense, in those times, an emotional distance despite physical proximity? Conversations meant to nourish instead feel empty, as if you've tapped into a well that should be full but draws waterless. The disconnect isn't always apparent, but it subtly tugs at the heartstrings, a quiet but persistent reminder of an intimacy that feels elusive. The longing for connection whispers in your heart, making you wish for an intimacy that frequently seems just out of your reach, a closeness that can take root and flourish. Then there are the quiet moments at night when you're lying in bed thinking about your day. In the stillness, away from the noise and chatter of the day, reflections become clearer. Perhaps you replay interactions, recalling dialogues and encounters, wondering if you gave enough of yourself to those who needed you, or if you chimed in with words just for the sake of polite conversation. There's this gentle frustration over what could have been, the what-ifs that float through your mind, mixed with a resolve to try differently, perhaps more earnestly, tomorrow. The day's unresolved issues play like a gentle tune, hoping to shift to a more harmonious one come morning. These moments can also bring a sense of hope, a chance to renew intentions and align yourself with what truly matters in your heart. Have you noticed how even the acts meant to relax often start turning into additional items on your mental to-do list? A peaceful walk, a craft project, or time spent flipping through the pages of an intriguing book can turn into another box that needs checking. Whether it's a pastime you enjoy or a book you've been meaning to read, these moments sometimes feel laden with expectation instead of rest. It's as if the pressure to derive relaxation from them becomes another task in itself. You might recognize that the rich calmness you seek doesn't lie in more activities, but rather in a genuine pause that allows your soul to breathe. It's about releasing, even momentarily, the hushed weight of expectations, finding joy in simply being rather than doing. That elusive calm is about more than mere physical relaxation. It's about creating a space for genuine presence. Throughout these experiences, there's a yearning deep within, one that seeks something profound, something unshakable amid the fluctuations of daily life. There is a palpable call for rest that is not just physical but spiritual, a rest that touches the very essence of your being, soothing the restlessness with gentle care. It's a reminder that amidst the hurry and flurry, the heart cries out for depth and meaning, for stillness that is harbor a refuge from the never-ceasing waves of daily demands. This yearning is a gentle nudge that life encompasses more than just routines and obligations. It speaks to a desire for fulfillment on a level that transcends the physical world. This brings you to reflect on Jesus' gentle invitation, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Picture the simple yet profound nature of this invitation. It isn't a call to add more to your schedule or to burden you further with expectations or demands that only weigh you down. Instead, it's an open invitation to gracefully let go of the straining and striving, to step aside from the ceaseless demands, to find in Him a rest that comforts and rejuvenates. Imagine hearing these words as if spoken directly to you. A call to gently release your grip on worldly concerns. A promise of rest enveloped in compassion and understanding. Imagine for a moment, as you navigate your day, carrying out your responsibilities and commitments, threading through the complexities of human interactions and inner reflections, that there's an anchor holding steady amidst it all. Think of it as a lifeline of unwavering assurance amidst the chaos. Jesus isn't distant or detached, observing from afar. His presence is as close as breathing, as near as the beat of your heart, offering refuge when the world feels too heavy and burdensome. He walks alongside you, through every mundane task and every significant decision, providing silent strength and solace. You may discover that, in acknowledging this spiritual invitation, the burdens which seemed non-negotiable begin to feel lighter. It's like receiving a pair of glasses through which everything becomes clearer, less fraught with pressure. It doesn't mean they vanish, but Jesus' peace enfolds you quietly, an embrace of tranquility, providing balance in a world that constantly tugs at your mind and spirit. This peace becomes a gentle companion, guiding you through ordinary and extraordinary trials, infusing each day with newfound grace and understanding. Picture yourself peacefully sitting with Him, sharing the weight you carry, not in a way that demands solutions or immediate change, but in the gentle release found in companionship. Imagine a space where words aren't always necessary, where simply being in His presence allows room for healing, rest, and renewal. This is where rest truly begins to weave into your reality, not as an escape from responsibilities but as a reorientation of the heart's focus. It's in this sacred exchange of burdens where profound rest and peace begin to blossom. Let this understanding whisper comfort into your everyday life. That rest is less about finding a spare moment in your bustling schedule and more about aligning with Jesus' serene presence amid the clamor. His promise of rest is transformational. It is about reshaping the way you relate to your time and commitments. It goes beyond organizing only the physical but reaches into the depths of your spirit, providing a sanctuary for renewal. This rest can transform how you see your responsibilities, aligning them with priorities that reflect love, peace, and intentional living. As you continue through the ebb and flow of your days, moments will arise when this inner peace is challenged. Daily life will still present its demands and its moments of trial. However, Jesus' promise is unwavering. It doesn't fluctuate with circumstances or become inaccessible due to the day's demands. It remained constant, a source of strength and gentleness waiting to be embraced when you need it most. Trust that even in these challenges, the promise of rest is your guide, steering you gently back toward equilibrium and calm. Turning your thoughts to Jesus allows you to breathe differently, moving through life's happenings not in haste but with grace. In those spaces where tension used to coil, where stress once dominated, there is now a gentle calm, a softened understanding that breathes life into every interaction, every meeting of eyes from across a room. The more you embrace this peace, the more it becomes woven into the fabric of your everyday existence, altering the way you perceive and respond to life's challenges. This ongoing relationship with rest becomes transformative, gradually altering how you experience moments with loved ones, how you approach each task, how you handle conflicts within. You might begin to perceive that assurance in what might otherwise be deemed ordinary, sensing a shift in priorities that places peace above urgency, being above doing. Tasks once viewed as mere obligations become opportunities for grace. Interactions once rushed become moments of connection and understanding. These subtle shifts in perception can encourage greater patience and compassion, a new depth in your interactions, reminding you that the true value of time isn't measured by productivity but by presence. You may find that patience becomes a part of your language, kindness a fundamental expression, as you navigate the daily journey. In doing so, you grow closer to the heart of what truly matters, understanding the essence of peace that Jesus offers, a peace not as the world gives, but one that resides deep within. When you start feeling hurried again, which is natural in a world that never seems to pause, let your mind and heart return gently to that invitation of rest. The kind of soul rest Jesus invites you into doesn't require perfection or completion of tasks, but rather a heart willing to rest in His love. It's about embracing the natural flow of life, finding peace amid the busyness, and allowing that peace to guide you through each moment. And as you open your heart to this spiritual rest, consider the tender question: what would your days look like if you carried this peace into every moment? If you enjoyed this message, you can gently remind a friend by subscribing. As you grow deeper into this experience, reflect on how transformative such peace would be, not just for you, but for those around you, radiating love and calm into a world greatly in need of both.